How inflation works. A few years ago, something cost less. Now it costs more. That is inflation. And while people usually notice it most at grocery stores or gas stations, inflation is actually a huge economic process involving supply, demand, production costs, wages, and monetary policy all interacting constantly, which is a polite way of saying economics gets complicated very quickly. So today, we are going to walk through how inflation actually works and why prices rise over time. Chapter 1. The basic idea. Inflation refers to rising prices over time. Money gradually buys fewer goods and services. Economies experience inflation regularly. Chapter 2. Supply and demand. Demand affects pricing. Limited supply can increase costs. Economic imbalances influence inflation. Chapter 3. Currency and purchasing power. Inflation reduces purchasing power gradually. The same amount of money buys less. Price levels increase across economies. Chapter 4. Consumer price indexes. Governments track inflation using indexes. Common goods and services are measured. Price changes are monitored continuously. Chapter 5. Wage and cost inflation. Businesses face rising expenses sometimes. Higher labor and material costs affect prices. Inflation may spread across industries. Chapter 6. Demand pull inflation. Strong consumer demand can raise prices. Economic growth increases spending. Supply may struggle to keep up. Chapter 7. Cost push inflation. Production costs sometimes increase sharply. Energy and supply chain issues affect pricing. Businesses pass costs to consumers. Chapter 8. Central bank responses. Central banks attempt to manage inflation. Interest rates influence borrowing and spending. Monetary policy becomes important. Chapter 9. Deflation and economic risks. Prices do not always rise. Deflation can also create problems. Economic balance matters heavily. Chapter 10. Inflation and everyday life. Inflation affects savings and wages. Housing and food costs become important concerns. Consumers notice price changes directly. Chapter 11. Global economic factors. Inflation may spread internationally. Trade and energy markets influence economies globally. Economic systems remain interconnected. Chapter 12. The bigger picture. Inflation is a fundamental economic force. It shapes financial decisions and policy. Modern economies constantly manage it. To wrap up, inflation works through changes in supply, demand, production costs, and monetary systems that gradually increase prices over time. Governments and central banks monitor inflation closely using economic indicators and interest rate policies. Inflation affects purchasing power, savings, and everyday living costs. It remains one of the most important forces in modern economics. This has been a mini Leviathan production. If you enjoyed it, check out our other videos. See you in the next one.